What's up, guys? I brought you Thanos. Now it looks like Iron Man is the next viewer's choice. Now it seems that Cap America, Cap Marvel, and both 2-packs are the most requested after Iron Man, so I think I'll make a voting poll for those ones, so make sure to check my community tab because that should be up by the time you see this video. Or if you're subscribed with notifications on, you'll just see it in your feed. Should, at least. I'll probably make a new poll after every video or every other video, and I'll use the requests in the comments to create the new options for each poll, so make sure you keep commenting below on who you want to see next, so that way you guys can create the poll too. And with that said, you guys wanted Iron Man, so here he comes. Here's a close look at the box front and that beautiful Endgame packaging. Here's one side, and the other side. There's the top. And here's a look at the back with that awesome glam shot. Man, I really wish they made like a poster of that. I just want like a bunch of character posters of that. And here's the wording if you want to read that there. And the glam shots of the other figures, also awesome. And the Lego Jumbo. And there's the bottom with the UPC. And there he is, guys, the Iron Man, free from the package. Now right off the bat, I have to say that this suit looks a little bit different from what we saw in the trailer. The trailer shows a white suit, not a gray suit, and the A logo is much smaller, but aside from the other minor details, it's overall close enough. And from what I've read, toy companies need about 6 months to a year lead time to produce these type of figures, and Marvel is notorious for last minute changes, so that's a no-win situation there. Actually, these suits kind of look like the suits from the Crackdown 3 video game, which I've been playing a lot, by the way. It's a great game, so I guess the Avengers are just going to go crack down on Thanos. Either way, this suit still looks cool, so let's take a closer look. Starting with the head, we get a pretty slick Iron Man head sculpt. Now the overall helmet sculpt is slick and smooth, just like in the movie, and I quite like it. I love the gold paint that they used for the helmet here. It's got a rich color to it and it's nice and shiny. I also like the blue in the eyes as well, and the paint application overall is quite clean. There's a little bit of bleed, but honestly, it's not bad for a $10 figure. Now I also have the Infinity War Hero Vision Iron Man here, and after comparing them closely, it looks like they have the exact same helmet, like 100% interchangeable. So Hasbro just reused the helmet from the Infinity War Iron Man, but honestly it's not a bad thing because I prefer this helmet sculpt over the Marvel Legends one, so that's a win for me. And moving in the body, we get that sweet suit. Is it a quantum suit, an advanced tech suit, or just really cool pajamas and everybody's going to nap time? Who knows? Either way, I dig it. The sculpting and details are top notch and look absolutely fantastic. I really like the texturing that they added to the black portion here. It really helps to differentiate it from the gray portion, which is, I don't know, armor or just leather. I can't tell. I don't know what the movie does. But either way, it looks great, and I love that A logo right there. Even though it's oversized compared to the movie, it's in your face and it looks great the way it should be. And the black portions here and the red are actually painted on, and the base color is actually the silver, and the paint overall is actually quite clean, as you can see, with very little bleeding, which is quite impressive. And I really love these top pieces here. They look so cool. They're just like, they remind me of like Halo or something. Then you got the little red there because they glow in the trailer, so that looks pretty cool. Little dots up there. And check this out. What's kind of cool is if you compare it to the Infinity War Iron Man suit here, you can see that they actually conform this suit to the details of the actual Iron Man suit underneath. You can see these little dot pieces here, which are the same as here. I don't know what those are. And they actually have the segmented pieces on his little belly right there. So that's actually pretty nice. Although that's the only thing that conforms. The arms don't conform, and definitely not the back. But speaking of the back, just look at that. It's insanely detailed. It's like armor plated and everything. It's like a super suit. It's like a super suit on top of their superhero suit, which is just like so mind-blowing that probably like blew a hole in the universe, and that's probably how they go back in time and save all the Avengers. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Either way, dang, just wow. Alright, let's save the arms for last because I have a theory on this thingamajiggy here that I want to share with you. So let's take a look at the legs first. The legs look sweet. End of story. Just kidding, I need to elaborate more. You get some more nice texturing right there on the black portions there, and then these silver pieces have so much details to them. It's so mechanical and just like really detailed looking. They're almost like cyborg suits. But what I really like too is that if you look here, they're actually conforming, they're organic, conforming to their legs. They're not supposed to look like, you know, super mecha type thing like Halo, you know, Master Chief's Halo suit. They're supposed to be organic, like they're just form-fitting, and I guess they're just really athletic probably. So I really like how they captured that. It looks really great and just, man, so detailed. I can't wait to see these suits used in the movie, saying they are. Hopefully they're not trolling us like they did with Hulk out, Hulkbuster. I still haven't forgotten about that.
Hope not happy. Bleh. Bleh.
And there's the bottom of the feet with the legal bajarga garga. Alright, now going into the arms. They are super buff. Just look at that. They're just huge biceps and just his shoulders. It's like all he did when he was stuck in the ship in space is just work out all day. It's crazy. And the details look great too. Got more of that kind of cyborgy mechanical look there. Got texturing on the black there. You got a nice smooth kind of organic look on the forearm. And you got this little kind of repulsor blasting hand there, and then a little hole for his accessory, which I'll show you in a bit. The same thing with the other arm, looks great. Same thing there, and then you got the texture there, got a little fist there. But then we have this. First off, the sculpting looks pretty cool. It looks just like those leaked pictures that we've seen, but here's a theory I have on this. What if these arm things were designed to hold an Infinity Stone, and this whole suit here was designed to wield the power of the Infinity Stone without killing them? What if their plan is to rip the stones off Thanos' gauntlet and then use it against him? And on top of that, there are 6 stones. What if the original 6 Avengers each get a stone and then join together and snap all the Avengers back and the universe? Wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be like so deep and like full circle and like a super awesome tribute to the original 6 Avengers that started it all. And then like afterwards they could like combine together into like the Megazord or something and then, you know, defeat Thanos, or well, maybe not that because that's the wrong franchise. Well, actually Hasbro does own Power Rangers. Well, Disney doesn't. Marvel's Disney and not Hasbro. Well, you guys know what I mean. That would be cool though, right? But what do you guys think? Is that a plausible theory? Is it not plausible? Should I just stick to reviewing toys instead of making movie theories? Let me know in the comments below. And with that said, let's move into articulation. The head rotates 360 and goes a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right, and it has a little bit of up and down. The arm rotates 360, but if you're not careful, it gets caught on this little protruding part right here, if you can see, and if you're not careful, it causes that little kind of hot spot right there, so be careful about that. And the shoulder joint bends that far up quite a bit, and the elbow goes 90 degrees and spins, and the legs go very far forward, but not back at all because of the bootay blocking sculpt thingy, so that's a bummer. And he also has the offset legs just like Ronan and Thanos, so he stands in that offset pose. And his head also pops off just like all the others, except he comes with a bigger ball joint that only fits the Hero Vision Infinity War Wave 1 male figures. But you can still have fun with that. And what's kind of cool is if you have these Marvel Legend figures here, you can pop their heads off.
Oh no!
And you can actually rest their heads right onto that ball joint of Iron Man's tech suit body or quantum suit. Now they don't actually pop into the ball joint, they just kind of sit on it. But it actually doesn't look half bad, as you can see. There's Captain America there. He has a more accurate head instead of, you know, that weird one that comes in the Legends version. So you can kind of save some money there, you know, instead of buying a bunch of $20 Legends, you can buy a bunch of these $10 figures and then just use your pre-existing heads, and there you go. This Ant-Man looks pretty decent and it sits pretty nicely. You could probably use some like museum putty, maybe even some, just anything really. You could tape it on if you want to, or glue it on if it's permanent, because they are $10, so it's not that huge of a loss. Here's Thor here. If you want the nicer Thor sculpt, you'll probably definitely need putty for him, but that's what he looks like. It actually doesn't look that bad to scale, so it's not too bad, so there's an option too. And here's by far the best Marvel Legends Chris Evans head sculpt to date, and it looks pretty good, honestly. I mean, there you go. You have a helmetless tech suit slash quantum suit Captain America, which is looking pretty slick there. And if you want to, you can even bring Mr. T'Challa into the battle so he can join the tech suit team, even though he should be dust, so that wouldn't really make sense. Or if you really want to, you can have a huge change of events and have Thanos join the battle. Woohoo, look at that. Wow, his head's really big. He looks kind of stupid. You suck, Thanos. And for accessories, he comes with this cray looking repulsor blast thing, which looks really awesome. It's translucent, it's pretty soft there and everything. It's got kind of a pointed tip up here, but it's very soft, so you don't have to worry about, you know, poking your face off of your face with it. Then you got the little peg there that goes into his hand, and it just goes into that hole right there. And what's kind of interesting is this actually has a proper way to put it in. There's one way to put it in. Like if you do it like that, it's not right. It actually lines up with his hand and conforms to his hand, which is kind of unusual for a basic figure. Usually they don't do that, so that's pretty cool. It looks really sweet conformed to his hand, so I like that. I really dig it. Just pew 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 pew. I think he's ready to take on Thanos.
Thanos, remember me?
You could not live with your own failure, and where did that bring you? Back to me. What are you laughing at?
Your face looks so stupid.
That's not funny. I didn't ask to be sculpted like this.
You're not intimidating at all.
Stop it. You made me feel bad. Stop it. Stop it.
You're dead.
What?
Now it's time for you to go to Hulkbuster jail.
Well, that was easy.
Oh, come on, guys. Let me out. This isn't cool.
And for some comparisons, here he is next to the other Hero Vision Endgame figures I've reviewed so far, and some Infinity War Hero Vision figures. Here he is next to the SH Figuarts Infinity War Iron Man, the Figuarts Infinity War Thanos, the Marvel Legends Black Widow, and the Marvel Legends Captain Marvel. Well guys, that's another Endgame figure review complete. I think this one might be my favorite so far. I just really like that suit. Now if you guys want to see the review of that Hulkbuster playset that was featured in the skit, you guys can check out that review right up here along with my other Marvel toy reviews. And like I said earlier, comment below on who you want to see next, and I'll use the top picks from those comments to make a voting poll which you guys can access in my community tab on my channel page. So until the next one, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.